chance to send the Thunder home. Lillard, long-range three, and it's good! At the buzzer! Damian Lillard! Are you kidding me?
Ladies and gentlemen, we finally got our hands on it. The best point guard build in all of NBA 2K20. And today it is representing 99 overall Damian Lillard. Probably the most on fire point guard in the league right now. I mean, you could argue he's the best point guard in the league. Some people would say Steph or Russ or whoever you want to go with. But Damian Lillard is up there. He's on fire right now. He's dropping 50, 60 point games left, right, and center. Comment on the video right now who you think is the best point guard in the NBA today. And let's get right into this 99 Damian Lillard build. Okay, so this is what people refer to as the BP build. Okay, it's an offensive threat, primary finishing, primary shooting point guard build, and it is absolutely ridiculous how good this build is. 87 driving dunk, so you get the contact dunks that you're looking for. The shooting is ridiculous. I mean, 88 three-pointer, and then to go along with that, I mean, 97 speed, 99 acceleration, 90 ball handling, so you can speed boost. People used to be spamming the behind the back on this build before it was taken out of the game. It is an absolutely ridiculous build, and this one in particular, I mean, you see how good the defense is. It's easily the best point guard build in the game. It was the reason people call it BP build is because an NBA 2K League player by the name of BP made it popular. Honestly, I don't know. Some people try to say he's the first person that made the build. He is not. There was plenty of videos out before the game even dropped about this build, but he's the one that kind of popularized it and made it familiar with the comp players in the community, if you want to put it that way. That's why people call it the BP build. But basically, it's the best point guard build in the game. This is what everyone has been using. I didn't make this build because I don't like to go with like what everyone else is making. I got my builds. I stick with them. They're unique, and I try to be good on them. But hands down, after playing on it, best point guard build in the game overall. Now, obviously, some builds do certain things better, but in terms of overall performance, this is the best build. First game on the build, we have comp pulling up right away. It's an Elite 2 pulling up on us, and we're going to find ourselves in a hole right away. First game on the build. Remember that. I haven't even used the build at all. On top of it, as you can see, we're down 14-0. On top of it, I'm using Damian Lillard's jump shot because I just want to experiment with it because, you know, hey, it's a Damian Lillard video. Let me use his jump shot and whatnot. Try out some of his signature styles and see how they are. But we're about to lose the first game. Luckily for us, I'm able to get this rebound, and now it's time to turn up. Now, the reason I felt that this fit Damian Lillard so well is because this build can do so many things that Damian Lillard does. First of all, as you can see, the three-pointer was so high with Hall of Fame shooting badges, and he chose sharp takeover on this build. Most people go with slashing takeover. Slashing takeover is probably the best takeover in the game, in my opinion. But having sharp takeover, I feel like makes it even more like Damian Lillard because I don't know if you guys have been watching. This dude is pulling from the logo, and he's shooting like, I forget exactly what the percentages are. I'd have to go like actually look it up again. But his percentage from like 35 feet and further, 35 feet and out is ridiculously high. Like this dude is shooting from deep, putting up, like I said, 40, 50, 60 point games left, right, and center this month. He's been going out of his mind, and this build can do that. But also, Damian's quick off the dribble. This build has 99 excel. He can finish around the basket. We've seen Damian put people on posters. This build gets contact dunks. It just fits D-Lil to a T perfectly. First game on the build, we come back from down 14-0 against an Elite 2. So a pretty good start in that aspect. But now, gameplay number 2, you're actually going to see we start to kind of get a rhythm, start to play, like start to find our groove with this build, and it's ridiculous what this build is capable of. I mean, like I said, it's probably, at this point, it's the most popular point guard build in terms of comp players. But for anyone who hasn't tried this build, like I had never played on it. Like I said, I didn't make this build. Shout out to my boy Straight Greens for letting me borrow the account. And after playing on the build, I mean, the two-way slashing playmaker is a really, really good point guard build, and it's better defensively, obviously, than this build. But offensively, this build is by far the best point guard build just because of how versatile it is. Like I said, just like D-Lil, you're pulling up straight greens from 4 or 5 feet behind the line, no problem at all. You get Hall of Fame finishing badges, so you're getting contact dunks and all that. Especially before patch 10, before they took the behind the back out, comp players were using this build, and it was basically considered a a cheat code. I would see people on Twitter, like comp pro-am players, 2K League players, talking about how, you know, we're going to run a series tonight and I'm not going to play on my BP build. I'm not going to play on my offensive threat because I'm going to show that I'm a better player than, you know, somebody that needs that build to be good. Like, people were literally using, like, as if the build was illegal or something. They were treating it. That's how good it was with the behind the back. Now, even with the behind the back out of it, I mean, you can still do a variety of different things to get open. Like I said, plus the contact dunks and all that. It's, you know, look, you're dunking on centers. It's glitchy. It really is glitchy, but to me, it fits Damian Lillard to a T. Now, let me shift gears and talk NBA for a second, okay? I find it funny. I don't know if y'all remember when Damian Lillard last year in the playoffs, right? He hit that shot over Paul George to knock OKC out of the playoffs. Everyone was in love with Damian Lillard. By the way, 8 for 8, 6 for 6 from 3, all greens on this build, okay? All greens, straight greens, okay? But last year, when he knocked OKC out the playoffs, everyone was in love with Damian Lillard. And then they go conference finals, they lose to Golden State. You know, Golden State's basically blitzing him off the pick and rolls, getting the ball out of his hands. He doesn't have a great series, and they lose to a much better overall team in Golden State. All of a sudden, everyone flips the script talking about Damian's a choker, he doesn't get it done in the playoffs. Like, I just find it funny how, at least in this day and age with Twitter, Instagram, everyone overreacts to everything. Somebody misses a shot, all of a sudden they're the worst player. Somebody makes a shot, they're the best player of all time. Like, that's, if you really want to look at the NBA, you really want to analyze basketball, you got to stay more even-keeled, level-headed. You can't go from he's the best player ever to he's the worst player ever to now he's going off this month, he's the best player ever, he's everyone's favorite player, oh my god, I love. Come on, bro. Like, we gotta be better than that. At least in my opinion, I'm better than that. I try not to overreact to stuff, not be a prisoner of the moment. Damian Lillard is one of the best point guards in the NBA, like, hands down. I don't care if he has a bad game, if he has a bad stretch of games. Stop with the, like, it's the day and age that we live in. I get it, because everyone with social media, all that stuff, everyone overreacts to everything, but we got to be a little bit better as NBA fans. At least, hey, at least I try to be. But listen, this month for Damian Lillard has been insane. He's, like I said, 40, 50, 60-point games left, right, and center. I think he averaged like 35 for the month. Actually led the Blazers kind of back into the playoff race a little bit. He was in the running for player of the month with, I think it was between him, Kawhi, and LeBron. I think that's what I saw that it came down to. LeBron ended up winning it. I don't know. Some people are saying Damian deserved it. I know Skip Bayless tried to say Kawhi deserved it. Everyone's always got their opinion, but he was in the running for player of the month, obviously, with how good of a month he had. And who knows? Maybe he could lead Portland back into the playoff race. I think they're 3 games out of the 8 spot right now, so I don't know. They got off to a little bit of a rough start, but they've been bouncing back, slowly getting back into it. I think they got a chance, but it's going to be tough. There's a lot of good teams out in the West. I mean, Pelicans are starting to catch fire. The Spurs are right there. A bunch of teams fighting for that 8 spot, you know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. But as you can see, when this build gets sharp takeover, I mean, you're pulling from everywhere. It's straight greens. And then I feel like, okay, overall slasher takeover is better. But one, I really wanted to make a Damian Lillard video, so I wanted the sharp takeover because I feel like that fits D-Lil better, at least the way he's playing right now in the moment. But also, I kind of like the strategy behind it. It's like, they have to play you tighter because you have the sharp takeover. You know, they see the sharp takeover like, oh, anything he shoots from anywhere on the court is going to, you know, is going to go in. So they play you tighter, which then opens up the drive even more. Or, I mean, obviously, if they don't play you tighter, you just shoot it with sharp takeover. It's going to go in basically no matter what. But I just, you know, I think it fits D-Lil better, which is why I went with it. But listen, this is the last gameplay I got for you guys. As you can see, we were down 4-0. I hit a 3 to cut it to 4-3, and then we start to go on our run here, greening up like crazy. But hey, a lot of people were requesting Damian Lillard, so that's why I'm going with the D-Lil video today. Let me know if there's any other players that you guys want to see. I got a couple things planned. I'm also approaching Elite 3, so we're going to have mascots soon. And I'm going to try to grind this legend bar out as fast as I can because I really want to get some of these legend NBA My Player videos out for you guys. Like, my LeBron build's going to have over 100 badge upgrades. My Giannis build, I can't wait to see it at Legend. I got this crazy Dwayne Wade video planned, but, you know, that's going to be even better once I hit Legend. Like, there's so many builds I can't wait to show you guys once I hit Legend. So, you know, I could borrow Legend accounts and try to, you know, make them over there, but I think it'll be cooler if I do it on my account. You know what I mean? I already have most of the builds that I want to show. Then I hit Legend. You know, it's just going to be so many cool things going on. So listen, I appreciate all the support. Make sure y'all drop a like before y'all head out. About to wrap up this gameplay. As you can see, we got 15. My boy Effort's going to green up. That's 18. We're about to wrap this thing up. But listen, hopefully you enjoyed. Like I said, make sure you drop a like before you head out. Catching ankles, driving in, going up, dunking all over people. This offensive threat build is the best point guard build in the game, man. At least in my opinion. Or the two-way slashing playmaker, like I said. But I appreciate y'all, boys. Y'all take it easy. I'm out. Peace.